Good morning, Lacey. I'm probably a few seconds behind on my chat, but I'm so glad you're here. How's it going this morning, Lacey? Do me a favor. So, good morning, and do me a favor, Lacey. I started a horoscopes page, but I totally lost it, and my memory is like a sieve. It's terrible. So, if you could tell me what your horoscope is, I will make sure to write that down under the proper category and try not to lose it. So serving from my home. How how'd you like the Google Hangouts last night with Inspired John? That was quite fun. I had a blast. I'm glad he invited me on, and so that told me right there. It's all about connecting with people. If you want to join me on Google Hangouts, just let me know. Drop your email in my on my Twitter account. Direct message me, or hey, just leave it right in the chat, and I can add you right now. As a matter of fact, so that's up to you, Lacey. But yeah, two things from you. I need your star sign so I can get started with that. And yeah, if you want to do a Google Hangouts with me, just drop your Google email and we can get started. Right. I should remember that. Sagittarius like my dad. All right. That's funny too because my dad's name is Larry, so I should actually double remember that. Lacey, Larry, hey, you're all Sagittarius. That's awesome. Um, wasn't that good? Wasn't that fun with Inspired John last night? That was awesome. I had a blast. Budget Bushcraft, he cracks me up. Two great channel creators over there. I'm sure you're subscribed to both of them, but yeah, I had a blast just hanging out. It was a good time. Thanks for coming by. Okay, let's get to it. Got my horoscope page open here. Let's head to Sagittarius because you're the first one in the room. And Sagittarius gets a good read. I think I previewed them this morning, and they all seem pretty positive. Um, if not a little bit deep. So I'm getting these. I'm just going to let you know I'm getting these from astrology.com. I do not, by any means, consider myself an astrology guru. I'm literally just using these as great little, anecdotes for the day, something to get you started, something to think about. So that's all that is. Just take it with a grain of salt, or as I'm doing this morning, take it with a cup of coffee, and maybe it'll spark a conversation, maybe not. But anyways, for October 16th, 2018, Lacey and my dad, who doesn't look like he's in the room right now, but mom and dad are probably sleeping in this morning. Who knows? Which is a little strange for my mom. She's an early bird, just like me. But anyways, back to Sagittarius. Here we go. The lines between good and bad, honorable, deceptive, and truth and fiction are difficult to see today. So the lines between good and bad, honorable and deceptive, and truth and fiction are difficult to see today. So proceed with extra caution, especially where your heart is concerned. If something seems too good to be true, it's definitely something you should steer clear of. Charm and flattery are heaped on you by the boatload today, but they're probably being used to disguise a true purpose. Today is a good day to separate the good people in your life from the bad. Well, Lace, I hope that I'm one of the good people in your life. And any form of charm and flattery that I'm using on you today is definitely not trying to disguise a true purpose. My purpose is actually to entertain, and I'm glad you're here. So we'll go with that. But hey, Sagittarius, there's your horoscope for today. Just do me a quick favor. Was yesterday's horoscope of any use to you? I was thinking about it all day because I felt it was directly made for my father. Um, But yeah, if that was any help to you, let me know. If not, you know what? I can always search a different website for a different horoscope just for fun. But like I said, it's all taken with a grain of salt, and hopefully it'll spark a conversation. But yeah, we'll go from there. Um, Another thing that I was going to try to do today was, besides the Google Hangout and reading the horoscope, but Yankee is adamant. He was adamant that I do the morning news. Like, I was watching his live stream yesterday afternoon, and he said, "Oh, Mike, you got the whole cityscape in the background, and I look like George Stephanopoulos and all that kind of stuff." He says I should do the news. Well, you know what? I'll give it a try, but I'm not a big news fan. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to do the news. I really hate the news. What I'd like to do more is human interest stories, or something that sparks my interest would be a lot of fun. So we'll do a little Google search later on, and try to do something there. Let me just catch up on the chats here, see if anybody else is in the room. Oh, looks like Mom, Pa. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. How you doing? Uh, I'm not sure if you caught the horoscope for today. Lacey's a Sagittarius, so I already read it out for her. And it basically says to be cautious, just like Lacey says. Be cautious today. There's going to be a lot of people that flatter you and charm you, but my dad's pretty good at. He's got a pretty good filter. I can't say bull. Yeah, he's got a pretty good filter. He knows how to spot a scammer. You can't scam a scammer, right? So yes, serving from serving from my home is pretty much the same as I am. She avoids the news. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna lay the news aside. Forget about the news. But Mom's in the house, so let's go to Mom's horoscope. She is a Leo. I need no reminder of that. So today, Leo is going to be an interesting sign for you. October 16, 2018 says, if you are looking for a sign indicating that you're progressing in the right direction in your life right now, just look in the mirror. Don't waste your time looking for physical change. You won't find any. What you should be looking for instead is that subtle glow of confidence deep inside you. It's there. All you need to do is pull it out. Encourage yourself to see how gifted and special you are. Other people see it, and it's high time you saw it and believed it. There you go, Mom. A little bit of encouragement for you. I'm sorry. I am your son, and I have confidence abound. You know me. I'll do anything with confidence. And I literally say I got that from you because you don't have any left. No, I'm just kidding. You're awesome. Yeah, let's take that one to heart, Mom. What you did on the weekend, pulling us together to get the crew going and do stuff. That was sheer confidence, and that was a leadership skill. There's no reason to feel bad about that. Otherwise, we would have stood around and gotten nothing accomplished. So I would say we had a very productive weekend. You pulled that. You pulled that out. That was awesome. It's deep inside you. It's there. All you need to pull it out. I encourage you to see how gifted and special you are. So come on. How touching is that? Here's your son telling you you are gifted and special. Go right ahead. Run with it today, Mom. Look in the mirror and see that confident woman you are. Hey, Inspired John is here. Good morning, Inspired John. How are you this morning? Yes, I am back. I set up my camera a little bit differently, and I decided to go with this angle. I don't have the huge stuff in the lounge, but Inspired John, that was so much fun last night. I was just telling Lacey how much fun I had with you. If you want to jump on the Google chats this morning, I'm all set up to invite you. I'm on Google Hangout. So yeah, feel free, go right ahead. Only this time I'll have to invite you, so I need your email address. But before we get to that, Inspired John, I do a morning horoscope. So let me know what your star sign is, and I'll read that out for you. Just a little disclaimer here. I am not a horoscope guru. I literally just read these just for fun and something to think about through the day. So just drop your I didn't need to know that, Inspired John. That's TMI. TMI, my friend. But sorry, the chat says that Inspired John, for those of you who can't follow the chat, which I don't think anybody in the room is in that capability and he has that, doesn't, let me start over again. Take a break, have a coffee. What I mean to say is, I think everyone in the chat room now has the capability to read each other's chats, but I am still going to go through and read them out loud just for the sake of the conversation flow. It sounds really strange when I start responding to a chat that that you have no idea who I'm responding to. It's just the thought in my head. So I just had to chuckle there because Inspired John says that he's still in bed. And Lacey says, me too. No way I'm going live at 6 in the morning. Boy, oh boy, I must be some kind of kook for getting up at 6:05 and having this much energy. I can't believe it. And literally, what gets me motivated now today, or every day now since I've started this, what gets me motivated and puts me on a positive track is hanging out with you guys. It's so much fun. Well, mom is going out. That is awesome. My mom says she's going out for the election training today, and she needs that little bit of confidence. So there you go, Mom. I guess that horoscope was actually made for you today. For those of you, for those of you in the chat room, my mom is an amazing volunteer. She's going out to she does oh my gosh, she does a whole bunch of volunteer stuff for the election. Her and my son, I don't know where they get it from because I'm not a political person at all, but she's following the mayoral campaigns, and she follows all the politics stuff that's going on, and she's going to go out, probably sit. She's probably going to sit in an election booth. I imagine that's what she's going to do, and she's going to get some training for that. So good on you, Mom. Way to go. Totally support you in that, even though I have no idea what you're doing. No, I'm kidding. I usually follow about 2 or 3 days. I try to gather as much information about my candidates before I do go out and vote. And yes, I do vote, so that's a positive thing. All right, who else we got? We got Inspired John in the house, and he hasn't dropped me what his horoscope is. So I'm going to go quickly to my own horoscope, which is an Aries. I was kind of actually really dead on with the Aries this morning. So October 16, 2018. This is my horoscope, guys. I don't know how much good this is going to do you, but it's mine. It says, even though you're smack dab in the middle of a big project right now, it will be easier than you think to see that other areas in your life need your attention today. It might be necessary to rearrange your priorities so you can separate yourself from all the hectic energy growing around you. Better yet, delegate your responsibilities to a capable person who can serve as your substitute. You'll give yourself a break and give them a chance to soar. Now, this may not necessarily apply to me and my YouTube channel, but it definitely rings a bell at work. There's a whole bunch of hectic energy growing around me at work, so I definitely, and I'm given a little bit of responsibility, so I can delegate, and I definitely, that's going to put me on the right track for work today. Hopefully things will go a little bit smoother than they did yesterday. Not that they went completely off track, but you know, as a team leader, as a person in a leadership position, I'm responsible for you know, keeping the ship running pretty tight. So yeah, I needed that a little bit today. Looks like the chat's moving a little bit, so let me catch up for a second here, guys. Hey, Cast is in the house. One cast, one fish. And Inspired John is also an Aries. So there you go, Aries. You just got your horoscope, 2 for 1. I'm going to write that down. Inspired John is an Aries. And one cast, one fish. Yeah, you're a Pisces, aren't you? Well, you know what? I'm hoping that Yankee will come in the chat room this morning, so then I can read the Pisces with him, but for him as well. But there we go. Inspired John is also an Aries. Best star sign. Sorry guys, gotta put it out there. That is the best star sign to be. Um, Lacey asked me what kind of work I do. You know what? It's funny, Lacey. I probably you wouldn't expect this from me, but I work in a warehouse. Yes, I do. I do logistics, shipping, receiving, drive a forklift, packaging, picking parts, getting them ready for customers, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's straight up warehouse. Doesn't matter what company it's for because I have worked for several companies since I've moved to the GTA here, and it's all the same kind of work. It's basically busy work. I put an average of about 12 to 13,000 steps in on my little step counter every day. So yeah, I'm moving all the time, and I absolutely love it. It just keeps me busy, and it's good to know. It's good to be in that environment for me. It's a very organized environment. It has a focus, it has a goal, and you got to look at the big picture all the time, but also focus on the details of the little things. So yeah, it's an interesting job. I like it. Lacey says, "No, I wouldn't have expected that." Yeah, it's funny when people ask me what I do and I say I work in a warehouse, they think mindless job, but no, not me. No way. I'm all over the place there. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Been doing it for a long, long, long time too. So maybe I've just conditioned myself to that position. Um, Let me see. We've covered one catch, one fish is in the house. Welcome here and serving from my home, Lacey and Inspired John. Hey, we've got 6 in the room this morning. That's pretty good. My average, I think, is 6. I've had up to 12 and as little as none. None was a lot of fun. Put that one on private for sure. But yeah, here we are. All right, so mm, let's just do Pisces. I guess it's time. And hey, if anybody in the chat room is interested in hanging out with me on Google Hangouts, just drop your email address or send it to my Twitter account, and I will be sure to add you to my Google Hangouts or invite you, and you can join me in all the fun right here in my office, and we can go with that. But hey, let's get to Pisces, okay? Pisces, 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 Pisces. Oh, last one on the list. There you go. Easy to find. Ooh, October 16, 2016, from www.astrology.com. My little disclaimer, I am not an astrologist. This is just for fun. But it says, Mr. Pisces, you've spent so much time in the center of the action lately that it might be a smart move to step back and look at things from an outsider's perspective. Pretend you don't know the ins and outs of everyone you care about in your life. How do these important people appear when you see them as strangers? This isn't an exercise in judging others. Rather, it's an effective way to remind yourself of how amazing the people in your life are. You're very lucky and you need to know it. Wow, Pisces, that was a pretty powerful horoscope with you. If I don't mind saying, that's awesome, and I can literally see how that would relate to you as a YouTuber, but also in your personal life. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the support that I get from my family, from my wife, from my kids, and yeah, now I've got my mom in the chat room watching. So how much more support do you need than that? I mean, I'm pretty much guaranteed at least one view now. If you guys all decide that I'm some kind of nut bar and decide to leave the stream, at least I have the support of her. And yeah, I don't judge. It's not. It says it's not an exercise in judging, but it's an effective way to remind yourself how amazing the people in your life are, and you're very lucky and you need to know it. So there you go. There's your horoscope today, Pisces. One cast. Um, If anybody's interested in joining me, mhm, if anybody's interested in joining me in Google Hangouts, just drop your email address and I'll be sure to invite you. Um, let's say, so Lacey says she wouldn't have expected me to work in a warehouse. That's true. And yes, it is very busy conditions there all the time. There's always something to do, always something to keep me busy. So obviously, I need that. Look at me. This is probably the longest I've sat still in a long time. And on that note, I'm out of coffee, so I'm gonna get my first few steps in, guys. Just hang with me for a second. I'll leave something bright and red for you to look at. My jacket. I'll be right back while I get a coffee. Yeah, that's right. I got to jump through hoops and everything. The coffee's right around the corner. Man, if I was doing this full time and this was my job, just hanging out and chatting with people on, is that me? What is? Wow, that's a lot of red. Red chair, red jacket. No, if it was just me and I was hanging out on Google Chats and that's all I did today, I'd have like probably a beer fridge over here and a coffee machine over there. And as the morning progressed, I would move from one end of the room to the other. Sorry, that was actually funny. Coffee. What was it? I can't drink beer all day, so I substitute it with coffee until I can. I guess. But for those of you just getting out of bed this morning, there's nothing like that first cup of coffee to get you motivated. Isn't that right, Inspired John or Lacey? Come on, guys, up and at 'em. Let's go. Kids got to get to school. Things to do. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Inspired John. That was a great. And that Inspired John says that was a great. He was talking to one cast that was a great horoscope. But yeah, it is. And you know what? I'm just gonna do a little shout out for these guys. Astrology.com actually has a great little horoscope. If you guys want to go over there and check it out, it's literally that astrology.com. I noticed that when I first started checking out astrology.com, all I got was one little pop-up ad. But they see, the more I go to it, the more they're asking, the more they're tailoring their ads to me. Right now, I'm looking at a scrap metal recycling in the GTA ad because if you guys don't know, I do a little bit of scrap metal recycling. Well, started to redo a little bit of scrap metal recycling, and working in the warehouse. It's kind of a side job for me, but yeah, it's tailoring its ads to me. So I think it's probably Google associated. Storage. Yep. The next ad that just popped up is about storage because I'm constantly talking about how little storage space I have. This is our office. It's a two-bedroom condo. This is our office. Christina and I both share it. And well, you can imagine the mess that happened when you set up for a Google Hangouts. I've got wires going across the room. I've got lights strung out so that you guys can see my pretty face. And I have to pack all that up for when Christina uses the office because she's a travel consultant and she definitely needs to have her workspace. She needs to research different vacation packages for people, and so yeah, we kind of have to share our spaces. When I can't work in here doing this, I got to set out on the table out there. It would be awesome if I had my own studio, but you know what? I am not complaining. I absolutely love where I live right now. It's downtown, middle of everything, and keeps me busy. Absolutely love it. And hey, you know what? One of these days, one of these days is already here. I don't need this camera and that computer and this screen. All I really need to go live is this little puppy right here. This Samsung S9 has more computing power probably than all three of my computers put together. And I can go live at the touch of a button on this thing. And that's all I really need. Lacey says she's on. Lacey says she's on her first cup of coffee now, and she also says that she is the queen of storage because she lives in a tiny house with 4 kids. Yeah, you really got to be inventive when you live in a small space. I spread out when I was raising my kids. I lived on a farmhouse, 5 acre farmhouse. I had 4 bedrooms and finished rec room and a huge kitchen, big dining room, sunroom, porch. I mean, spread right out all over the place. And oh, right. Lacey says she's being quiet this morning because she has because her kids are on their break. So yeah, let the kids sleep. Go right ahead. But yeah, I slowly transitioned into this condo living. It's just the two of us, Christina and I. But it's funny how much you have accumulated and how little you want to get rid of. So you really got to be selective with what you have. A lot of our furniture in the living room has a dual purpose or a triple purpose. For example, the couch also doubles as storage space if you can open up the couch, and you can fold it out into a guest bedroom. So yes, and this little thing right here, that's our extra wall. You know, we move that out into the living room, and that becomes the bedroom for guests. You got to be really creative with your storage space, and that's what you do when you live in small areas. Oh, look at that! I got the scrap metal prices coming up for me. All right. Do we have anybody new in the room? Do we have any new horoscopes that I need to read out? Looks like Wrestler Mania is in the house. Hey, Wrestler Mania, you're new to my stream in the morning. You can use the hashtag early bird audience on Twitter, Facebook, and let's see how much momentum we can gather with that. I've researched it, and hashtag early bird audience has not been used before. If you want to hang out with your friends in this group more often and get together in one place, that's where it's going to be, is hashtag early bird audience. Hello and goodbye. Good morning, Wrestler Mania. I take it inspired, John. You have to head out, but by that comment, I understand that you need to head out. But Wrestler Mania is in the house, and hey, Wrestler Mania, just do me a favor. Drop me your star sign. Let me know what you are, and I will read that out for you. Even if I've read it out before, because you're new, we'll see what it says again. And if you happen to be an Aries, you're in for big trouble. The more Aries in the room, the better. That's what I say. And also, WrestleMania, I'm doing Google Hangouts right now. So if you want to drop your email address and join me on Google Hangouts, I'd be more than willing to put you up for the next 20 minutes of the day. 7 o'clock is my cutoff time because I do have a regular job, but I need to get out of here at 7 o'clock. If I don't leave at 7 o'clock, I will be late. All right, Inspired John, your son is up. Go spend some quality family time with your son. Get him ready for school. Do what you have to do. Thanks for stopping by. I kind of had a feeling you'd be here this morning. That's awesome. That's right. Lacey says, have a great day, John and son. Let's get back to the horoscopes, shall we? Is there any horoscopes that I missed? Wrestler, just drop your star sign in there, and I will read that out for you. If you don't know your star sign, some people don't, just let me know what your birthday is. I can look that up easy enough. I can probably even, there you go. Oh, Wrestler Mania is a Taurus. All right, let's write that down, guys. Taurus. You don't mess with Taurus. I tell you, I know that firsthand. My wife is a Taurus, so we'll just put you down as Taurus. Wrestler Mania is a Taurus, and I will. You know, eventually I'm going to get all the star signs covered to you guys. I've got how many people in the room right now? And almost got half of them. I got 6 people in the room right now, and pretty much 6 different star signs that I have to read. So here we go with Taurus. Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Taurus. Ooh. Like I said, my wife is Taurus. And oh wow, this looks like a good one. All right. First of all, the disclaimer: I am not a horoscope guru. I'm doing this literally from astrology.com just to see if it sparks some interest, but also something for you to think about during the day. It is, don't take it to heart, guys. It's 100% just for fun for me. But you know what? Sometimes those little inspirational lines and thoughts can really help you get through your day. So today, Taurus, October 16th, 2018, a flirtatious game you've been playing might need to come to a sudden stop today. When a revelation in the late morning or early afternoon causes you to think twice about how far you want to take this. You might have thought things were heating up, but in reality, you are playing with fire. Turn away from making connections with other people today. Whoa. Devote some time to reconnecting with yourself. Oh, right. Sounds like you need to start indulging in some of your favorite treats. Well, there you go, Taurus. That is today is a personal day. I will make sure to steer clear of Christina today and let her enjoy herself. I guess that's my thought for today. But I hope you take that with a grain of salt, or take it to heart today. It's up to you. It's up to you, WrestleMania. You're the Taurus. You can grab life by the horns and go with it. So there you go. Oh, Flora Jungle. There we go. Let me just catch up with the chat, guys. Flora Jungle is in the house this morning. Good morning, Flora Jungle. I'm not sure what time zone you're in, but Flora Jungle says she's a fishy Pisces. Well, she's new. I have already read Pisces, but I will read it again just for you, Flora Jungle. Pisces was awesome. Yankee is not in the house this morning. He is also a Pisces, and you joined the ranks with one cast, one fish as a Pisces. So let's read that over again for you guys, just real quick. Pisces was an interesting one today. You spent so much time in the center of action lately that it might be a smart move to step back and take a look at things from an outsider's perspective. Okay? Pretend you don't know the ins and outs of the people, of everyone you care about in your life. Okay? How did these important people appear as strangers? This isn't an exercise in judging others, okay? Rather, it's a more of an effective way to remind yourself of how amazing the people in your life really are. You're very lucky, and you need to know it. There you go, Flora Jungle. We've run through this before. Like, I wanted to reiterate that this isn't an exercise in judging others. It's an effective way to remind yourself how amazing the people in your life are and how much they support you. If this were my star sign, I would definitely be counting my lucky stars for the support that I get from the family and the support that I get from you guys in the community. I mean, I literally come to tears when I go into another live stream or I watch another live stream and they're like, "Oh, Chill Millen, he's doing something at 6:05. You got to see that. Got to check him out. He's doing a really great job." But anyways, as a stranger, looking at your loved ones as strangers and recognizing how much they support you, that's you're a very lucky person, and you need to know that. So there you go, Pisces. There you go. Floor Jungle says, "Oh, that's so much true." Wrestler Mania says, "Getting ready for work. At my age, I don't connect much anymore." Last night we were revealing our ages through what happened the year we were born, and the closest I could come to describing my age in the year that I was born is I have not I the last how did I put it? You have to be a Canadian hockey fan. The Leafs won the cup the year before I was born. Yeah, that's right. The Leafs won the cup the year before I was born. So you'll have to do a little bit of research to find out what my age is there. But if you wanted to drop a line and play Blues Clues with me, just tell me what happened the year you were born, and we'll figure that out. And who knows, it might go tie in with my horoscope theme. Catching up with chat. Sorry, guys. Um, one cast, one fish says, "Yay, another fishy Pisces." Yeah, another fish. Yeah, okay, great. Wow. You know what, Flora Jungle? I absolutely love your avatar. It's so bright. Is that something you did yourself? Is that a sunrise or a sunset? I'll have to go back to your channel and check that out. I love your avatar. I love the way it pops out there. I was a little afraid when I built my avatar that it was going to be too dark. But you know what? It works for me. I'm going to leave it the way it is. It's not a good idea to change your avatars too often, guys. I'm sure you all know that, but wow, just the way yours pops like that is it's really cool. Oh, man walked on the moon when Flora Jungle was 6. There you go. That's a great way to tell your age. Man was walking on the moon. Neil Armstrong, I take it, landed on the moon when you were 6 years old. Um, man, I can't. Was it 1969 that man landed on the moon? 1965? Yeah, I'll have to go in to do some research about that. Not quite sure. But anyways, we're all mature in this room. We're all very mature. I like that. Boy, I'd love to hear what Mum's clue was back in I think 46. Right? I'm sure she'd have something to do with the World War II or something like that. Who knows? I'd love to see what Mum and Dad's age. Oh wow, spot on. Oh, okay. Well, Flora Jungle doesn't do content. Well, you know what? That's absolutely fine. I've got a lot of I've got a lot of people that have subscribed to me that basically that's what it's for. You know, you're here to be entertained. And I'm so honored, Flora Jungle, that you're in the house with me. That's amazing. A lot of times, I just need that little boost, I guess, to say, hey, somebody took the time to check out my channel, and here they are. That's awesome. Thanks for coming by, Flora Jungle. And I will be here as a promise to myself every morning at 6:05 live from the lounge. I need to definitely cut it off at 7 o'clock, but I'm here at 6:05, so you got a whole 55 minutes with me hanging out and chilling. I will definitely touch on horoscopes, possibly do Google Hangouts. I've done that before with Yankee, and I'd be willing to invite anybody that's in the chat room right now to do a Google Hangouts with me for the last 14 minutes of the session. If you guys are interested in that, just drop your email, and I will be sure to invite you. Flora Jungle says hi to Mom and Pa. Yes, Mom and Pa. My mom is a boomer baby. That's what the clue will use for them. And yes, that's right, guys. My mom and dad, or maybe just my mom, because my dad likes to sleep in. My mom and dad are watching me on my channel. I can't believe that. I am so honored. I'm pretty sure it's it's probably pretty strange. It's a two-generation YouTube thing going on right now. But if those of you who have checked out any of my content, I started a Throwback Thursday thing every Thursday of every last Thursday of the month, and invite you to make a video that involves telling a story from the past, using old footage if you can, but that's not necessarily a must. It's basically a chance to reflect on where you've been, tell an old story, either a family story or this day in history story. It doesn't really matter. Contact me on my Twitter. I've definitely left my Twitter address on there, and I will add you to the collaboration of Throwback Thursday video creators. We'll create a nice little playlist and play it and we do that every last Thursday of the month. Sorry if my words are getting mixed up here, guys, but I just brought that up because my mom was actually involved in that with me. She actually has a whole bunch of old footage, and she phone called me right in the middle of my narrative, and I decided to use her phone call as the narrative on that playlist, on that video. So go ahead and feel free to check that out. Throwback Thursdays, last Thursday of the month. Come join me in the collaboration if you're a creator, and go over and check it out if you're a content watcher. So that's awesome. Let's go back to the chat here. Yes, okay, go ahead, Lacey. That's right. Call him out. Lacey says, "Let's hear your story to guess your age. One cast, one fish." Uh, Dad was very proud yesterday. He says thanks. Hey, whoa, there's the face I wanted to say. Yankee, good morning, Yankee. Welcome to the chat room. Oh man, I'm so glad you made it. You know that I'm only going to be on for another 10 minutes though, because you definitely know that I have a 7 o'clock cutoff time. If you want to jump on Google Hangouts with me, that would be awesome for the next 10 minutes. But right now, we're going to read Pisces again for you, just one more time, guys. Pisces is getting all the attention. You've joined the ranks with a whole bunch of Pisces that are in the house. We've got Wrestler Mania here. We've got One Cast, One Fish. They're both Pisces, and now we have the third Pisces. It's Yankee from Yankees Outdoor Adventures. Man, your ears must be ringing all the time because I was in a chat room last night with Inspired John, and your name must have came up in the conversation a million times. All positive, Yankee. Trust me, all positive. I really think you've built a great community here, or you've done a good job of supporting. You know what? I'm going to go out there. I'm gonna put it down. Creating a great community. It's all. We all have our. Hey, I met you through Yankee stories, and that's amazing what you're doing. But having said that, listen to your horoscope today, bud. Listen to your horoscope. It's a little bit interesting. My disclaimer says that I'm not a guru, but this is just some food for thought for you today. Pisces, you've spent so much time in the center of action lately that it might be a good move to step back and take a look at things from an outsider's perspective. Okay? Now, stepping back and taking a look at things from an outsider's perspective means that you pretend you don't know the ins and outs of everyone you care about in your life. How do these important people appear to you as strangers? Now, I know that's a little confusing, but it isn't an exercise in judging others. Rather, it's an effective way for you to remind yourself how amazing these people are in your life, and you're very lucky to have them, and you need to know that. Now, I don't know if you want to take that as a personal thing, or if you want to talk about the community or family that you have built here on YouTube, but take a look at these people that you care about in your life as strangers, not to judge them, but to remind yourself how amazing they are, that you have them in your life, and you need to know that. You're very lucky today, Pisces. Pisces, you've gotten your all you Pisces out there, you've gotten your horoscope read 3 times now, and there you go. All right, One Cast, One Fish. He came up with his one-liner to tell us what his age is by not revealing the date. The story of his birth is well, I missed it. The story of One Cast, One Fish. I was 2 when the Chicago Bears won their last Super Bowl. That's funny. I used the Leafs for mine too. So One Cast, One Fish was 2 when the Chicago Bears won their last Super Bowl. And Flora Jungle, she thinks she knows. She thinks she knows the year. No, serving from my home. Lacey says she thinks she's a year. He is a year younger than him. All right. Flora Jungle says yes. She feels amazed indeed due to this amazing community. Yes, it is an amazing community, and 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 she's like, "What? The who? The Chicago Bears?" She has no idea. She's from the UK. Wow. So Yankees Outdoor Adventures, just to catch you up a little bit, what we're doing is we're revealing our age through the story of what happened when we were born. What was the relevant news story? For example, who was it said? We got one person in the room that said man walked on the moon on the year that they were born. My mom says she said she's a baby boomer, so that gives you an idea of what year she was born. And One Cast, One Fish says he was 2 years old when the Chicago Bears won their last Super Bowl. Well, I was actually the year after the Leafs won the cup, so we'll go with that. If you have a story about what your birth date is, Yankee, go ahead and throw that up there, and we'll see if we can guess. But otherwise, I think I've covered everybody in the room for horoscopes. I've got 6 minutes left in this live stream before I start to get ready for the day. Just like to say once again, I'm honored to have all of you in the room with me this morning. I'm this is pretty much a great way for me to start the day. It really gets me motivated to get up and get going, hang out with some friends, have my coffee. I'm just absolutely loving it. I hope this grows into something. I hope this grows into something. I hope I got the camera's perspective right. That you're not annoyed by or distracted by strange glares. Um, that's kind of important to me. But really and honestly, last night I had so much fun on Inspired John's channel as a Google Hangout, and that was a fly-by-night, last-minute thing. Like, he literally invited me on my phone, and I just slapped my phone in my holder here and set it down, and away we went, and we had a lot of fun with that. So you know what? Don't be too distracted by the technology behind this. These little Samsung S9s are amazing, but you know what? I think you can do a live stream with pretty much any technology that you have. It's all about you and the people that you have in the chat room. I mean, I'm pointing at the camera when I say it's all about you. The people in the chat room are what makes a live stream really fun and interesting. That's my perspective, anyways. Yankee. Man builds boat in fear of worldwide flood. Just a second. Let me get out my chisel and rock and message you back. That's hilarious. Yankee, you're not that old. Come on, seriously. I've seen you live, buddy. You can't pull that one off. You're pretty spry for a 2,000-year-old guy. Where do we go here? But yeah, that was just a little bit of fun, guys. I got 3 minutes left in my live stream. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so let me see. Wednesday is I don't think it's Wildlife Wednesday. It's still the middle of the month, but Wednesday is the day before Thursday. And let's see, we'll call it Wacky Wednesday tomorrow. I'm definitely going to do the exact same thing tomorrow. I'll do Google Hangouts. If anybody's interested in joining me at 6:05 live, get up at 5, have your coffee, be freshened up and ready to go, because I will be inviting you to Google Hangouts all day long tomorrow. All day long. I would be honored if anyone joined me in Google Hangouts tomorrow. Be here at 6:05, and we'll set it all up, and away we go. 6:57, 3 minutes left. And Flora Jungle says she's going to rename Yankee Noah. So there you go. Yankee, you're now dubbed Noah for today, I guess. Thank you, Flora Jungle, for saying that. I can't believe it. You guys are so much fun. It's so much fun to hang out with you guys. I got 6 people in the room. That's, you know what, for me, that's 6 more than what I expected. Actually, it's 5 more than what I expected. My mom and dad are still here. Come on, it's my parents. What can I say? Hi, Mom. Thanks for coming out. But yeah, amazing people in the room. Amazing people. We got Yankees Outdoor Adventures. We got Flora Jungle. I got Serving from My Home. Hey there, Lacey. I've got Wrestler Mania. I know earlier we had Inspired John. And if I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. One Cast, One Fish. Oh, great little channel over there. One Cast, One Fish. Love it. Thanks for coming out, you guys. It's 6:59. I think I've covered all the horoscopes, and I will see you guys tomorrow when I go live at 6:05. But for now, I'd like to explain my little catchphrase. It is, where will you chill next? And by saying that, I'm just basically saying, where are you going to go? Find that relaxing spot. Yankee encourages you to go out and find your next adventure. I definitely am right on board with that. But you know what? When you do find that next adventure, you got to find that spot to chill. and take it all in. So where will you chill next? Thanks for coming out, guys. Have a great day. Mhm.